The debate about tipping in restaurants has been raging on for decades in this country, gaining even more steam as of late due to the nationwide staff shortage. And both sides make a lot of good points. While I personally love the tipping system, I definitely see why some people feel like it should be removed. I think that overall, though, the biggest thing that people that are calling for an end to tipping miss is that they're going to be paying the same price anyways. This idea that tipping will cease to exist and that they'll be saving that money just isn't the case. People outside of the business don't realize that restaurant profit margins are already razor thin. There seems to be this public perception that every restaurant owner is just some rich douchebag swimming in piles of cash while their staff starves, but that isn't really accurate. Yes, some restaurant owners kill it, and some restaurants are owned by large corporations. But a lot of restaurant owners fall into the category of blue-collar owners, just making a decent to average living. This has been made even more difficult to navigate with the crazy rise in the cost of food and supplies over the last few years. So what's happened is that prices have gone up. They've had no choice but to pass that cost on to customers just to keep the doors open. Restaurant owners in America can substantially cut down on labor costs by paying servers a few dollars an hour, having them rely on the bulk of their income from tips. If you change that and started paying servers some of these hourly rates that people are calling for, which on average seems to be about $20 to $25 an hour, obviously that's a huge jump in the cost of labor. Just to give you a very rough idea, if you have 10 servers on and their pay jumps from $3.50 an hour to $25 an hour and they're all working the average restaurant double shift of 10 hours, that's an additional $2,150 in labor costs that the owner has to pay per day. Just like with the rise in food costs, customers are going to be the ones that eat that cost. That favorite dish that you love that's $20 that you tip $5 on will now probably just be $25, so it's really not much of a difference. If you're just one of those people that wants the guesswork and awkwardness removed from tipping, well, that makes more sense and I get it. But if you're one of those people that thinks that tipping is going to be removed in this country and that you're just going to save that money, I hate to tell you that's more than likely just not the case. There's also one final point that I never see anyone talk about when it comes to tipping in this country, and I'm going to cover that in full in my next video.